friends! So today's video is a little bit different than the ones we've had in the past. I'm not going to teach a regular lesson today, but over spring break, Miss Kirkman and I went through and we graded everything we had turned in up until break. Everything that you had turned in during break or before break, we went through and we put grades on it, or we put a comment on it. So some friends we noticed didn't really follow the directions in the video. We also realized that if you're using a phone, some of the videos weren't showing up. So I went through and made sure to add a link to the video for each of the assignments. And in this video right now, I'm going to show you how to go in, find all of the directions for the assignments, find the videos for the assignments, then how to look at your comments and your grades and see if there's anything you need to fix, and then also how to unsubmit and resubmit work, because in a lot of the comments I said go ahead and unsubmit it, fix it, and resubmit it. So I'm going to show you how to do all of that in this video. In the first part of the video, I'm going to show you how to do it on a computer. In the second half, I'm going to show you how to do it on a phone. And then at the end, I have a little section to show kind of what your work should look like when you take a picture of it. Because some of the pictures we found have been a little hard to read. They've been a little hard to see what exactly is going on, or part of the work might be cut off. So I'm going to show you exactly what your pictures need to look like so that we can see them and give you the grade you deserve. Alright, let's go! So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to find the work that you still need to do, as well as how to find out what the directions are, because a lot of people are missing some of the directions. So here's the stream, and sometimes the stream can get a little bit tricky to follow. So I like to go over to classwork, click on that classwork button at the top, and then it'll come to this screen. On this screen, if you look at these little icons with the clipboard, if the icon is colored, sometimes they're blue and sometimes they're green. If the icon is colored, that means you still have to do it. You have not turned that in yet. If the icon is gray, that means you turned it in. So we are going to use an example from class, an example from our own class, this Thursday video fly guide. So if you want to see the instructions, you click on it and it gives you the basic instructions, but you can also click view assignment, and that's how you get to this page to turn it in. Now, the directions say watch the attached video, and it says write a sequence using our sequencing words, first, next, then, last, that summarizes the events of each chapter in the story. Make sure to write with enough detail that someone who has never read it can picture what is happening and isn't missing any important information. Take a picture of your sequence and upload it here by Thursday, April 9th. So that direction tells me that I'm summarizing the chapters in the story, and then I need to write with enough detail. I need to write my summary, which is just telling what happened in your own words, with enough detail that someone who has never read the story can picture it. So the first step in this instruction is watch the attached video, and that's right here. It's right here. It says YouTube video. So I'm going to click on that, and I can play. Now, I'm not going to play this whole video right now, but you can play, and you're going to watch all of it, all the way to the very end. And I think some people are stopping right here because they're forgetting to watch the rest of it, which gives the instructions. So here's another place we give the instructions. Whoops. So here's another place we give the instructions, right at the end of the video. I'm saying to sequence, to summarize it in your own words, and I show exactly what you need to do. So first is chapter 1, next is chapter 2, then is chapter 3, and last is your own chapter. Now, so this seems to be a little tricky for some people, so I am going to go back and show you what I mean by chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So in our story, if you look at the pages right here, it says chapter 1. Then if you go right here, oh, a little farther. If you go right here, you can kind of see it says chapter 2. Then you go after he eats, there's chapter 3. So that's the first, next, and then the last part of your writing where you put the sequencing word last, you have to find your own chapter. So this is chapter 4. So let's see, you can click the back button and you can find over here, it has the table of contents of who wrote what chapter. So let's see, chapter 4 was by Mia. So if I'm Mia, I'm gonna say first and tell what happened in the first chapter, next tell what happened in the second chapter, then tell what happened in the third chapter, and for the last I'm gonna go back into the video and I'm gonna find my own writing. So let's see, here's chapter 4. So then if I'm Mia, I'm gonna go and I can pause the video and I'm gonna watch and I'm gonna summarize what happened in my own section as well. Okay? Then I'm gonna write that summary with first, next, then, and last. Take a picture of it and upload it here. And I'm gonna go over the instructions for how to upload again as well, okay? So now that we've done our work, we've watched the video, we found the directions, we've gone back and we've checked that we did everything the directions said, all of the steps. We're going to submit our work. Now on a computer, you do that by clicking Add or Create in File, and then I'm going to upload a file from my device, and then I'm going to click on my work and I'm going to submit it, and yours will be called something different. It might be just a bunch of letters or numbers. So I'm going to wait for that to load. Once it's there, I'm going to click Turn In. Okay? And then it says one attachment will be submitted and you'll click Turn In. Now, if you forget to attach the picture, you can click, it'll say Mark as Done, and it'll ask you if you really want to submit it. It'll say you didn't attach work for Thursday video, so your teacher will just see it's done. You do not want to mark it as done if you didn't have anything attached. So if that comes up, you know, uh-oh, I forgot to attach it, and you can click Add or Create, select your file, and I'm going to do example, and I'm going to click Upload. And when it's uploaded, those lines stopped at the bottom, I'm going to click Turn In. Now it says Turn In your work, one attachment will be submitted. And I'm going to click Turn In again. Once you're here, this means you are done turning it in and we can see your work. Okay? So now that you know how to turn your work in and how to make sure you follow the directions on your work, I'm going to show you how to check for your grades and for comments on your work when you're done. Once you've turned your work in, we can put comments on it and we can give you your grade for it. So in order to find that, you're going to click on this classwork tab at the top again. And then you're going to click on this section right here. This is View Your Work. Okay, View Your Work. And in this section, it shows on this side what I've turned in and what's been assigned that I haven't turned in. If it says the word assigned, that means it's something that I need to do, but I haven't turned it in yet. So I still need to turn that in. That's what this assigned means. But we're going to look at that assignment we just turned in for the Thursday Flag Eye video. I can click just anywhere on that line and see what it is that the teacher said. So it'll show a comment there, but I like to go to View Details, because then right here on the side it has the comment that Ms. Kirkman or I have sent to you guys, and it'll say hi, whatever your name is. Since I was the one that turned this in, I said hi to myself. So it says, when I go to here, I'm going to read what these comments say, because some of these comments tell me how I can get a better grade. So it says, it looks like you've done a good job adding details to the first part of your writing, but I can't see all of it. Also, please watch to the end of the video again to hear the directions. You need to make a sequence using the summaries of chapter 1, 2, 3, and your own chapter in your own words. The directions start at 11 minutes and 30 seconds into the video. So I'm going to check that. I think I did a great job writing. So I'm going to look at my work. I can click on it here, and then I realize, uh-oh, I can't see all of my writing. I see first, next, and I see part of the lines for then, but I can't see the then and last. So yep, I need to resubmit that. So what I will do is right here I can click unsubmit. Unsubmit, and then it says unsubmit to add or change attachments. Don't forget to resubmit once you're done. And I'm going to click OK, unsubmit. And what that means is I can take that picture off, or I can leave it on. It's okay to leave it on. Either way is okay. But I really want to add or create. And I'm going to attach a new file, select a file from my device. And the files I want to add, I can add, this one is a whole page, or if you have to take multiple pictures, you can select two, have one of the picture at the top or one of the picture at the bottom. So I'm just going to submit all of them just to make sure that the teacher can see what I've submitted. So I'm going to upload all of them. Then I'm going to wait till those blue lines stop and this turns blue. And then I can click turn in. And this says turn in your work 4 attachments. That's okay. I left the one that I had originally. Here's my example of the whole page, and here's my example of the partial pages. I'm going to click turn in. Now what that does is that sends that to Miss Kirkman and I, so we can look and see your new work. We will go in and check for all of your new work. And if you want, you can add a comment right here where it says add a private comment. I fixed it. And that will send us a notification, send us a message so we know to go in and that this is your even better try. Okay? And I'll click post. Right then, it says it's out of 15 points, but we don't know what your score is yet. You can find out your score. You can check back on that page again and find your score. So
a little longer than a few minutes later.
Now we can go back in and we can click classwork. We can click view your score. And now at the top it says 15 out of 15. And it might say done late. That's okay. You don't need to do it by the time. That's just to kind of help you spread things out so you don't have as much work at once. Okay, but it's okay if you don't turn it in by that time. We're not worried about that. Just get it done when you can, okay? And I'll put a comment if I've updated it. Great job. I updated it. Thank you. That way you know it's done, okay? Okay, so I'm going to show you now how to find the directions for the work and submit work on the Google Classroom app. You might be using this on a phone or a tablet. So I'm going to click on the assignment I want. We already did the flag I won on the computer, so we're going to look at this new assignment, Monday video, walk the room. We're going to click on them. And there are 2 ways to get to the video. One is to scroll down, and you might be able to see the video here. But if you can't see the video there, like I can't see the video there on this one, for whatever reason the video is not showing, I'm going through and adding a class comment that has the link. So then you can just click on that right to the video. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the Classroom app. Once I've watched the video and gotten all of the directions, I can go back, and here's where it says your work, and I'm going to click on this down here, that has my own, and then I can edit on my phone. I can click the pencil at the top, and then I can write with my finger. So I might say run. When you're done, you're gonna click the 3 dots at the top and save. 3 dots at the top and save. Once it loads, you can click, here's the edited one. I know some of you found this. You can click turn in. It says 2 attachments will be submitted. Now, just like on the computer, you can check your grades on here, but it's going to look a little bit different. To check your grades on this one, you're going to click on the assignment and click on that arrow up. Right here in the top, you can see it's kind of cut off for some reason, but 15 out of 15, and then you can scroll down and see those comments. So there's the comment where I had sent, hey, it looks like you did a good job, but you need to fix it, and here's where I submitted, fixed it, and there's the updated score. If you need to fix something, you can click unsubmit, just like you did on the computer, and you can add an attachment. Okay, and you can, if you don't want so many attachments, you can X those out, or you can leave them where they are and just click resubmit. Okay, make sure you click resubmit though, because that's how we're gonna know. Alright, so just like on a computer, you can unsubmit and resubmit. You can check for comments, and you can check your grade. Just go into the assignment. If you have any questions at all about unsubmitting, resubmitting, any of the comments that we put on your work, please feel free to send us a message. In the assignment, there's a little spot where it says send private comments. You can send a comment in there and say, you know, I really don't understand this, or I think I did this, or I'm not sure how to do this. Any of your questions that you have, you can send those in that private comment section. That way it'll come straight to us, and then we can answer you so you can get your work done and get all your grades. So one more thing I wanted to go over is what the pictures of your work should look like. You can post one picture, or if your work is too big, you can put more than one picture, just as long as we can see all of your work. Some of the work that's been submitted, we can't see all of it, so we can't give you a grade for it. So the first example I have is one picture that shows all of the works. So if you look at this picture, you can read first, next, then, and last, and you can see all of my squiggles. That would be your writing. You can see all of it. When I turn it in, I'm going to check, can I read all of the words? And that also includes, are they neat and dark enough to read? Some of our friends are writing very lightly, and it's hard to read in the picture. Some of our friends are writing super fast, and I can tell because it's not your neatest writing. So you're still using your nice, neat handwriting, and you're writing dark enough that we can read it in the picture. Then the other thing you have to check before you choose this is that you can see all of the work on the page. So I can see first, next, then, and last, and there's no work that you can't see in this picture. The next option of pictures you might turn in is more than one picture. It could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 7. However many pictures you need that we can see all of your work. So we're going to check the same 2 things that we checked for the one picture, that I can read the words, they are nice and neat, and they're dark enough to read. We're going to check that. And we're going to check that I can see all of the work when you put these pages together. On the other one, it was I can see all the work on the one picture. This one is I can see all of the work when I put these pages together. So if you notice on the picture on the top, I see the first and next. And then the picture on the bottom, I showed the next again. You don't necessarily have to do that. I just made it easier. But I see next, then, and last. So I can see first, next, then, and last. I can see all of the things I was expected to show in this assignment. There's one more thing when you have more than one picture that you need to check when you're turning it in, and that's that you remember to attach both of them on Google Classroom. Some of our friends took a picture of part of their work, and it looks like they might have taken a picture of another part of their work, but they only attached the one, so we can only see half of it. If I only attach that top picture, I don't see the then and last, which means I can't give you all of your points because you didn't do the whole assignment, or at least I didn't see the whole assignment. So you want to make sure you attach both pictures, or if you have 3 pictures, all 3 pictures, all 4 pictures. However many pictures you have, make sure all of them are attached before you click that turn in button. Okay? And then for this last part, I'm going to show you, this is kind of what some of the work we've been getting looks like. And you notice I can see the first, part of the first and part of the next, but I can't really see what you wrote for then or what you wrote for last, right? Because it's cut off. So in this case, I would probably choose to either move my camera back and take a picture of the whole page, or take 2 different pictures. I could use this picture and then take another picture of the then and last. Right, so you can go in and check the pictures that you turn in. I'll put a comment. I've already put a comment if it's cut off at all. So you can go in and check, and if it's cut off, you can take a picture of the other half of your work and submit that as well, or you can take a picture of the whole work. Okay, just as long as we can see everything you did, because if we can't see everything, then we won't know that you actually did it, and we won't be able to give you any feedback. Okay. Alright friends, so attached to this assignment on the Google Classroom, you'll see a checklist that has all of the work we did up until spring break. So it has all of your videos that you need to watch and do work for, as well as the social studies and the writing and things like that you had, like the opinion writing of how you would rather travel on vacation, and the social studies safety rules thing. So it has those on there as well. Everything that you needed to do on Google Classroom until spring break, okay, will be on that checklist. To mark this as done, what you're going to do is you're going to open that list, you're going to look at the first item, go in, check your grade, see if there's a comment, and then if you need to fix it and upload it, you're going to do that, and then you'll write the word done, D-O-N-E, done, on that Google Doc. If you didn't need to fix anything, you can just put done right away. You don't have to do anything special for it. So if you need to fix something, you're going to go in and fix it, then put done. If you didn't need to fix anything, just put done and go to the next assignment. Once you've checked through all of your work, checked for all of the comments, then you can turn this assignment in, this checklist in, and say, yep, I'm done checking through all of my work. Everything that I've turned in so far, all of my work. And if you have things that aren't done, then now's your chance to catch up on them and do them, okay? Alright, I also wanted to let you guys know that my student teaching time is technically done. If we had been in school, I would be leaving at the end of this week. So, I'm not going anywhere for now, but I just want to let you know my videos are going to be looking a little bit different. Instead of the regular lesson videos that I've been doing, I'm going to be making a library of read aloud. So what that means is I'm going to take different books, like I have Amelia Bedelia, I have this I Was So Mad, I have some of the pigeon books, I have lots of different books. I'm going to take those books and I'm just going to read them for you. That way when you have some reading time you need to fill, you can watch those videos as part of your reading time. So they're not going to be full lessons, but they'll just be stories you can read. And all of those will be on my YouTube channel. So we'll post a material of just Miss Fravel's YouTube channel that has all of the books you can read and all of the lessons that we've done so far. Okay? Have a wonderful day, and I will see you probably in a couple days. Alright, bye!